Some of you will know that I'm a big fan of trying operating accessories. In fact, I'm a big fan of anything that gives model railways a bit more play value. Now, my trying collection is quite impressive. I've got 9 giraffe cars, which I never get a chance to run, but one day I dream that I'll have a train of them heading along a railway, nodding up and down. However, it wasn't just trying who've produced operating accessories, and today we're going to be looking at the Bachmann HO scale operating gravel car. Now, as you can see, it's a nicely boxed product with a good picture on the front. It looks awfully similar to the Triang version, I must admit, and they probably work in a very similar way. If we flip the box over, we have all these tempting operating accessories, and I really quite fancy the operating caboose, where somebody leans out and grabs a mailbag. That looks great fun there. The stock corral car looks quite fun as well, so I shall certainly keep an eye out for more of these. But let's crack on. We are looking at the operating gravel car today, so let's see what is in the box. As you can see, nice plastic moulding with all the bits and pieces in, and we have a set of instructions which are very, very handy. And it says slowly and carefully insert straight track and then basically put it on the track. Inside we have the ore dump place, which is the exciting mechanised bit, and there's levers, which of course you can't resist pulling, that do stuff. Push that lever down, little thing goes up and down. Slightly phallic, and this thing goes up and down. I assume this puts the ore back in the car. Then we have the operating car itself, which is quite heavy. It's got a cast metal chassis and a plastic body for Doylestown Quarry Company. If I tilt that there, if I tilt that over, I can see that the flap on the side opens automatically. And then finally we have some ore. Somebody at Bachmann headquarters has been out there breaking rocks and produced a nice little bag of rocks for us to use. Right, let's get it set up and see how well it works. Now, apparently we're supposed to use some Bachmann track for this. No track is provided. I haven't got any Bachmann tracks, so I've got some Hornby track. And the slight snag is that it's supposed to fit between the sleepers, and of course the sleeper spacing is very slightly different on Hornby to Bachmann track, so I've lopped out a couple of sleeper ends. But apart from that, in it goes, drops straight in there, and the wagon goes on top of that. Of course, it's quite heavy, and the wagon slides in and runs very, very smoothly, presumably down to the weight of the bogies. Now, if I stop the wagon there, I think I can actually see part of the operating mechanism work, and that just shows me that I've put the wagon on the wrong way round, because you've got to put on it so it tilts into the collecting basket. So we'll put it back on again and pull the lever, and I can see that it will empty straight into the collecting bin. Whereas if I lift this up and then slide it across, it'll tip the ore into the wagon itself. Neat little sort of joggle in the lever there to do that. Right, I better break out the ore. The ore is actually plastic lumps. They look like they ought to be real rocks, but they're not. They're made of plastic. Presumably that's just easier to deal with for everybody, and they're less dusty anyway, which you don't really want dust on your model railway, even if it is a quarry line. Anyway, right, so I push the wagon up into the spot, park it neatly there, raise the loader, joggle it forward, and the ore, with a little bit of persuading, falls into the wagon. That's it, get into the wagon, and then down the loader goes, and off the wagon goes. That's nice. Of course, to unload, push the wagon back in there, and push the other lever, waggle it backwards and forwards, and we'll get the worst of the ore out, and away the wagon goes, nice and empty. So, a bit nifty there, another nice and interesting operating accessory for the railway. It'll certainly go into my collection, and maybe if I can find some more of the wagons, I think it might make a nice train up. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Keep coming back to the daily updated blog, philsworkbench.co.uk, and see what we've got tomorrow.